guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aislinn and you should totally subscribe so you don't miss another video like this one. Today we are doing my January and February wrap-up. I'm so excited to finally do a wrap-up video. This is so fun. I didn't want to do one in January because I had only read 5 books and I was like, let's just wait and then I can add a couple more. So now we have 10. So let's get right on into the video. Okay. So we're gonna start out with January. In January, I read a total of 5 books. I read 2 fantasy, 2 romance, and then 1 like mystery romance. I don't really know what to describe it, but you guys will know what I'm talking about. So let's start. First and foremost, I started the year off by reading Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was so good. If you guys like superheroes, I literally there are multiple videos, I'm pretty sure, of me reading this book, this whole series, I think, because I literally binged the series. It is so good. I love Nova. I love Adrian. My heart will always be with these books, I swear. Next, I read Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. I sped through this so quickly. I didn't think I would, but oh my gosh, I literally could not put it down. Every freaking page I was like, wait, what's going on? What's happening? Like what? And so I have Juniper Hill because I'm finishing this series. It is so good. I definitely did really well with January. Oh, I gave this 4 stars, by the way. I forgot to tell you guys. I did really good with January. I feel like I found a lot of books that I really enjoyed, and so it's not like I was putting myself in a book slump, which was really good. The next, to continue on with the Renegade series, I read Arch Enemies and I gave it 5 stars. Wow, is it good? I honestly want to reread this series. I honestly might. To be honest, I might, because it's just forever in my heart. To finish the Chestnut Springs series, my little baby's right there, I read Hopeless by Elsie Silver. Clearly I gave this 5 stars. Clearly I gave this 5 stars. Oh my gosh. Literally what? Literally what? This is my baby. My beau. My beau is my baby. Oh my gosh. It's funny because I do know a lot of people didn't really like this book. I personally ate it up. I ate every little bit of it up. I thought it was so good. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil any of the tropes or anything, but it's so good. And obviously we meet Beau in the first book, Flawless. We meet all the brothers. And literally since the first book, I've been like, I need Beau's book. I need Beau. I need Beau. I need Beau. I feel like so many people can testify for me because every freaking book I kept telling people, I was like, okay, where's Beau's book? Where's my man's book? My man. Yeah. If you can't tell, I literally am just obsessed. Okay, and then to finish January, I actually read Twisted Love by Anna Huang on my Kindle. Here's a picture of it. And I gave it 3.5 stars. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Just, it's the first book of a quote-unquote series. And I definitely would describe the Twisted series kind of like the Chestnut Springs series, where you meet some people in the first book and then the next book and then the next book and then the next book. So in the first book, you kind of have an idea of who the next book is about and then so on and so forth. It's so good. Wow. So that was it for January, and now let's head on to February. All right, in February, I actually read 5 books as well. I'm working on my 6th. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, I started the month out by reading Twisted Games by Anna Huang on my Kindle again. I gave it 4 stars. This book was really good. Really good. I really enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, And then I read the last book in the Renegade series, Supernova, and I gave this clearly 5 stars. Oh my gosh. If you guys watched my video of reading the highest versus lowest rated, I still am not over this book. I'm still reeling, is that the right word? Reeling it over my head? I think that's the right word. Going over it in my head. I'm still what happened? What? And I just, I need to read every single Marissa Meyer book there is. And so I definitely want to read her, I don't even know what that series is called. Hold on, I know it's on this one. The Lunar Chronicles. I want to read that series. I think that's the one that's like Cinder, Scarlet. I don't remember the rest. And then I know she has Heartless, which is like a Alice in Wonderland retelling, and I think it's in like the Queen of Hearts point of view. Don't quote me on that. I do know that it is an Alice in Wonderland type retelling. That's about all I know of that book. And the only person I know, I think, that has read Cinder is Rachel. I think maybe also Sarah Crowley might have bought that book, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on any of this. All I'm saying though is I definitely want to read the rest of like her books, especially, I mean, even if they aren't specifically like the Renegades, I mean, just her writing is so beautiful and so descriptive, and you just like feel like you're the character. Like you feel like you're in that world, and that's just like one of the greatest things that an author can give us. Okay, let me stop ranting on Miss Marissa Meyer. I love you so much, Queen. Love you so much. But anyways, the next book I read on my Kindle actually was Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. Here's a picture of it. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I gave that book 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. There were some parts where I was just kind of like, I also was not really in the mood for a romance at that time, but I did try and read it for the reading my highest and lowest rated books on my TBR. I did try really hard, but it was a lot, and I was just like not in a romance mood. I was very in a fantasy mood, which brings me to my next book, which I also read on my Kindle, which is The Right Move by Liz Tomford. 5 stars. I sobbed multiple times with this book, and like I said, I was not in the mood for a romance, but I was working on my reading romance for a week, and I was like trying to read Terms and Conditions, and then just The Right Move kind of like clicked with me. Oh my gosh, Ryan Shea, Mr. Ryan Shea, Mr. Ryan Shea. Where are you in real life? Because I need you right here next to me. Right here next to me. And the fact that like ASL was represented in the book, like, oh my gosh. I don't like that. Ugh. And oh my, this is so irrelevant, but I posted the new Liz Tomford book, Play Along. I posted it on my story and she liked it, and I was like, geeky over here, because I honestly, like, I love her books. Mile High, I loved it. Like, I gave it, I think, like 3.5 stars, but I really related to Stevie on like a really personal level. Like, I genuinely related to her more than I have, I think, any other character. So like that book just like, and the third one in that series is a baseball romance. I love baseball. I love baseball. I'm like literally not the only person in my family, but like the only person in my little friend group that likes baseball. And I mean, not that like they hate baseball, just like they don't like it as much as I do. Like I will go to games. I like spring training, I'm ready to go. You know, I went to like I took my mom to the Mother's Day game. Like, I love baseball, so the fact that it's a baseball romance. Oh, I should probably also preference Mile High is a hockey romance and The Right Move is a basketball romance. And then last but not least, to finish our February wrap up, I read Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought it was so good. I actually have the second book right over there with Once Upon a Broken Heart, so I'm very excited to read this series. Those are all the books that I've read. I'm currently reading Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. I'm on chapter 16. To be honest, I might finish it today or tomorrow, but this is getting filmed now, so I'm not rushing. So either way, I've read 10 books, possibly 11 in the months of January and February. I'm very happy with like the books that I read, and I'm glad that I did not put myself in a reading slump, because I would have been so upset. Okay, so I was debating on just making a whole new video, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna add this on to my wrap up, because I ended up finishing Next of Kin at work literally an hour ago. I finished on the audiobook. Well, the audiobook doesn't include the bonus epilogue, so I'm just reading the bonus epilogue. I already rated this book 4.5 stars. So good. Literally, please go read it. And I just like, I wasn't able to cry. I'm just sitting there like holding back tears. And now that I'm home, Oh, the tears are coming. Every single tear that I wasn't able to shed at work is now being shed while reading this bonus epilogue. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, add it on to my February, not TBR, February wrap up, Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. So good. So good. Please, if you have not read this, go read it. I want to read Out on a Limb next, and then obviously Next to You, because I think that's the next book in this little romance series. But yeah. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I know it wasn't super crazy and long, but I didn't really have that many books. I mean, I did, 10 is a lot, but I'm also just like trying not to say too much so I don't give anything away, because if you're like me and you hear books about, like, a book person talk about a book or like mention a book, I don't want to hear anything else about it. Like, if you say, oh my gosh, I love this book so much, like, I highly recommend reading it, that's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear anything else about what it's about, because I don't want to know. I just want to go. I love going in books completely blind. Like Divine Rivals, I no idea what it was about, and I loved it. So yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and comment down below how many books you guys read in the months of January and February. I'm very curious. And don't forget to follow me on all of my other social medias, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.